Yes, you can. I know, seriously. Keep moving. And the signs are in my car. Hi, Miss Hannah.
Hi, I'm Ellen. Hi, Ellen.
Nice to meet you. And I'm just like, you know what?
We're just walking out here. Someone can come. Great. Someone can't come. All we wanted is a little one. That's why we
I seriously can't keep my emotion.
Where we going? It's coming here and get warm.
Like it. You can stand.
If anybody needs to sit, this is a local bench. You haven't decided to use your phone yet? Come on in, folks. Come on in.
Come on in. Come on in. Is that everybody?
Is that everyone?
Okay, I think that's everybody. So hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. What is your name?
My name is Susie.
Susie?
Hello.
Hi.
My name's Megan.
Hi, Megan. Is it just you and
Nice
Susie
to
here?
meet you. Two of us. Yep.
Okay, my name is Mary, and this is Ellen.
Hey, Ellen.
Okay.
Hi. So
Okay.
where's everybody from? Are you
Well-
from the area?
We're from the area. We're all voters and constituents from District 1, okay? However, most of us are from Walworth County. And I just wanted to let you know who we are. We represent, as you can see, we represent retired healthcare workers. We represent retired doctors. We represent retired nurses, farmers. We represent some active farmers. We represent retired engineers. We represent retired trades workers, iron workers, teachers, post office workers.
Okay.
So we are a broad-based representation of our community, okay? And that is why, and small business owners, of course, okay? Can't leave them out. So did I miss anybody?
Veterans.
Okay.
Veterans.
And we represent retired veterans also. So we're here today because we have been paying attention to what's going on in Washington. And we are concerned, we are worried, and we are angry at what we're witnessing. And we don't want to just sit idly by and let another January 4th happen, or the 5th happen, 6th rather, I'm sorry, and watch the Capitol destroyed and then say, well, you know, there's nothing we can do, right? And we understand that Congressman Stiel isn't here today. However, we have a message for you to relay to him. And part of our message is that he understands that this cross-section of community that is here today is very serious about our demand, okay?
Okay.
And our demand is for a town hall meeting. Very soon, not next month, not in 2 months, not in 3 months, because what's taking place right now in our nation's capital is very distressing, and it's happening at a very fast, chaotic pace. I'm sure you're hearing from a lot of constituents, right?
Right.
And we're not the first group that has shown up here, okay? But we feel so serious about what's going on that we wanted to make our presence here. And we are not going to leave today unless we hear back from Congressman Stiel. So having said that, Ellen Holly is going to read a statement to everybody. We're going to give you a copy.
Okay.
And we would like you to send it to Congressman Stiel. And can you contact him immediately, right now?
He's out in DC. I'm
I
not sure
understand
if he's
that.
voting or what he's doing right now. But
Well, I understand that too, but you know what? We watch C-SPAN, and we understand that even if he's in a committee, he can get messages in committees from staff, and he can also be pulled out of a committee, right? Right. So we're just asking you to do that because we're not in a hurry. We're retired. We're going to be staying here until we get a response.
Okay.
Okay?
And if you want to read the response then.
So,
And I don't know if you saw the Janesville Gazette this morning?
No, we haven't.
Okay, I would encourage you to, because, thank you. Their editorial today is the same reason why I'm here, demanding a town hall meeting, and this is from the Gazette Board. Time for an in-person first congressional district town hall. This says in Janesville, of course it's Janesville Gazette. We would possibly be open to that, but we are looking for Walworth County, prefer Walworth County. So here is our...
we're demanding one in Walworth County.
Yeah, and he could do...
Because before you start, I just want to remind Congressman Stiel that as constituents and voters and taxpayers, we are happy to pay your wages. We understand the need of, you know, staff and federal staff, and what's happening to federal staff is horrible. The, you know, arbitrary and capricious attacks on federal staff today and these last few weeks is terrible. And we also understand that Congressman Stiel is our representative, but he's also paid by our tax dollars, right? And therefore, as we pay him, we expect him to listen to us and respond to us. Okay?
So here's our statement, and we'll give you a copy of this. Dear Representative Bryan Stiel, Congressional One voters from Walworth County assembled at your Janesville office today to present a demand for you to call an emergency town hall meeting in Elkhorn, that's the county seat of Walworth County, sometime before March 15th. Actions are taking place in Washington, D.C. under the Trump administration that are causing us voters extreme concern and anger. We are monitoring these efforts and attacks on our institutions at an alarming pace, and therefore, we are demanding answers and explanations from our elected representatives who work for us. Bullet point number 1, a real town hall with no agenda, other than you listening and responding to constituents' concern is what needs to take place. A 2-hour event with a neutral facilitator, possibly a member of the clergy from a local church, would be acceptable. The town hall meeting needs to take place in the evening so that as many voters as possible can participate. We have some possible locations for you to consider. We've done some of your work for you. The community room at the Matheson Memorial Library, Chamber of Commerce building, or the community space in the Parks and Recreation building at Sunset Park. We realize this is somewhat short notice, but we hope you understand the gravity and the necessary expediency of the situation. We look forward to hearing from you as soon as possible so that we may communicate the town hall event throughout our community. Sincerely, on behalf of Walworth County voters, Ellen Hawley, Mary Burpee, we have a copy for the Janesville Gazette. We're aware that there was recess last week, and we were so disappointed that there were no town hall meetings.
So in case you didn't know, we did do in-person town hall meetings in mid-January.
By invitation only.
Nope, those were open to the public, and we announced that on our website and on radio. And so those.
And where
we
was
did-
that town hall meeting held?
So we had one in Janesville, Beloit, so those were both in Rock County, Mount Pleasant, which is in Racine County, and Bristol, which is in Kenosha
But not in
County.
Walworth County, as
Not in
often
Walworth
is the
this time.
case.
And, well,
It
just
was,
the last time, trying to think.
it's been
We did
years.
do- And then we also had our weekly office hours.
Exactly.
We understand
We
that.
understand
At
that.
Madison Library.
We understand that, yes.
The last time I attended a town hall meeting was decades ago,
I was gonna say,
and that was
I
under
went-
Congressman Paul
in
Bryan.
Darien, I believe in 2019, we.
Not
had
a
some in
listening
Darien.
session.
Okay, but 2019 was 6
So,
years
and
ago.
then-
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm just going off of memory.
Right.
But I know we had some, we try to get one in every county.
Okay.
But this last time we did not.
Right, but it's been the last multiple times, so that's why we're here to respectfully demand that we have that opportunity, because we're not flyover zone in Walworth County. And the last one I went to was in Burlington.
Well, and we want to differentiate between the listening session that Congressman Stiel has held in the past. I've attended those, and those are not true town hall meetings, where he sets the agenda, it's held for an hour, and 3 or 4 questions are allowed to be asked, and that is not representative. That is not what we are asking for or demanding. What we need is for him to listen to us for 2 hours.
And
That's not too much to ask for right now,
Yeah,
given the
normal-
state of our country.
Yeah, our normal town halls usually, he does like a 10-minute presentation.
Yeah, we're not
goes through
asking for a
emergency,
normal town hall, there's
And
a
then-
crisis
sure.
going on in the
And then
country.
we open it up to questions.
Yeah.
And some, depending on the questions, sometimes we go through 30 questions,
Mhm.
sometimes 20,
Right.
it all depends.
Right.
Yes, these are not normal circumstances, though, I hope you convey that to him, though, right?
Yep.
You should be aware of that if he isn't.
Because there were representatives from Wisconsin that did have town hall meetings last week. Mr.
Right.
Fitzgerald and Mr. Grothman
Grothman.
both had town hall meetings in district, and Mr. Pocan. And then he also has another one coming up next week.
Sure.
So please share that with them ASAP.
Okay, and
Okay.
then, I know, are you gonna be outside? Because
Some
we
of
do
us will be in the
have-
hallway, some of us will stay
Okay,
here, some
so-
will be in front. We'll be rotating, but we're not leaving.
Okay, because this is, there's other businesses
Right.
open right now,
Of course.
so we ask that you not.
We understand.
Be noisy, per our.
I spoke to
landlord.
Jackie this
Yeah,
morning.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so that's the big thing.
Absolutely.
But if we do have, if you wouldn't mind, if everybody wouldn't mind, and you can do this outside if you want to, but we do have a sign-in sheet on this.
Mhm.
That's right
Okay,
here.
yeah, we have lots of time, we can do that.
Everybody sign in, and then also, if you want to put down your phone number too, because we do have telephone town hall meetings as well that the congressman hosts every month, and then we can make sure that everybody is also added on to that.
Okay, do you have an extra pen?
Yeah, we can give you a couple pens here.
Thank you.
Okay. So who wants to start? Pass these around. Got lots of time, folks.
Where's our Janesville Gazette, folks? There's a copy of our statements if you would like that.
Thank you.
I have some extra pens
Thank you,
right
we appreciate that.
here. I don't know. if
But there's only one
no,
clipboard. So
Oh, I know, I thought you were multiple
Just two,
clipboards, so.
yeah.
there are just a few.
Get these back before I throw them in my pocket by mistake.
Okay, so Stacy and Megan, one of you want to reach out to Congressman Stiel while we're waiting. Okay, please do that.
Okay.
Okay, we would like to see you do that.
Her name is Susie.
Susie, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And you're Megan, right? Okay, great.
Yeah, we can definitely, yeah, I'll contact the DC office with you guys right now.
That would be
this is a
great.
personal, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm actually going to make a copy of this right away.
Okay. And now we have some other things that people would like to share with, to you, you know, with you, but first we'd like to have you reach out to the congressman, okay? Oh, sorry.
You can see over top of her.
Okay. Go ahead, Megan. No, you read first, and then just do your voice. Loud voice. Yeah, my loud voice?
Yes. Dear Ellen, Holly, and Mary Burpee, thank you for visiting my office. As you know, I recently held in-person town halls in Janesville, Beloit, Racine, and Kenosha. It is my priority to be available and accessible to all voters in the 1st Congressional District. I will be holding a virtual town hall in March, which I hope you will join. I will be sure to provide you with information on how to join my March event if you would provide an email address and phone number, which we have. If others would like to be added to the event, please provide their email address and phone number as well. In the meantime, you do not have to wait for an in-person event to get your questions answered. Please feel welcome to share any questions, concerns, or comments you have with my staff, and I will provide a response soon. I also want to share a link to my radio interview I joined this morning with Tim Bremmel on WCLO, as we discussed an array of topics that you may be interested in hearing from me about. I'm sorry to have missed you at my previous in-person event in Janesville, Beloit, Racine, and Kenosha, but I look forward to hearing your questions, comments, or concerns and responding promptly. Sincerely, Bryan Stiel.
So, before we give our response, any comments from everybody here?
Never heard of the aforementioned town
Right.
halls.
I'm not aware either.
No, never heard of them.
No,
And I read the papers daily, and I wasn't aware that these town halls were going on.
What was the date on that?
January 10th,
Oh,
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
That was before the train wreck.
It's totally irrelevant.
Irrelevant, yes.
And a note, Ellen?
Our concerns are what's happened since the 20th.
Right,
Right.
right. So, yes, question, raise your hand, okay?
This is a response to the response
Yes.
about his receptivity and ability to respond to us. I have been to 2 of his offices. I have left messages almost every day. I have sent emails, and I have asked multiple times for a response. Multiple times over the last 3 weeks, have received nothing from anyone, anywhere, at any time. So the whole concern for my response, my name is Rebecca, Rebecca, last name is McCracken. And I've left messages in Washington. My name is on there, yes. I've left messages at Washington, I've been to the Bristol office, and I've been here today.
Okay, thank you, Rebecca. Yes.
Hi, my name is Deborah Gildorgan,
and I have tried multiple times to make phone calls. I never can. The voice box is always full. So I do not think that Congressman Stiel is hearing from all of his constituents. Somebody needs to be emptying out the voice box so that he can get our opinions. And
I
then,
can assure you here in the district, that's the first thing we do when we come in the morning. And on average, there's close to between 70 and 80 voicemails.
thank you for doing that
And
here.
then we do check it, like literally, like probably every time we miss a call, if we're on the phone, we check it. So we are doing that.
You're doing it
nonstop.
excellent. That's what should be done. If you could convey the message that he needs to do that for his Washington office as well and all of his other offices. People, you are not getting the breadth of this response.
Well, and let me just say, this is an inadequate response to the gravity and the crisis we are facing right now. He's referring to some town hall meetings he had in early January. So much has happened since then, and we're trying to let him know how we feel about that and to address our concerns about events that have taken place in the last couple of weeks. So he's not even responding to our concerns about the crisis that is taking place in Washington. So this is inadequate.
My name is Vicki Nelson. One of the things that, in response to his reply, that does not constitute an in-person live town hall meeting.
Right.
There are people that are not computer savvy that can do virtual. I think he works for us. We're making a reasonable request. I don't understand why he cannot put together a live, in-person town hall.
The only reason would be that he doesn't want to, and we understand that. We understand why. But that's not
But that's
acceptable.
not a good
I'll
enough
definitely
reason.
share that with them, Vicki, about the virtual town hall.
Pardon?
I said I'll definitely share that suggestion with them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we said, Mary and Ellen said when we came in here, was a live, in-person town hall meeting.
He needs to see us.
This is an unacceptable response.
That's right.
It does not meet the needs of our folks in Walworth County and any other county that he represents. I'd be interested in knowing how many people showed up to his town halls that he allegedly held in January.
I could probably get you that information. We offhand, I know, I think in Janesville, it was in the upper 30s, 40s. We also had our Veteran of the Year ceremony right beforehand. And that was really nice. And then in Beloit, that was smaller, I think in the 20s. And then Mount Pleasant, we had close to 70, and Bristol, I think it's close to 80.
Well, I can assure you that there will be more than 80 at the Walworth meeting.
I can guarantee there'll be 200.
Yep. So you better come up with a plan to address 200 people.
So can you tell us what committee he's in right now? He was able to respond to you.
Yeah, well, I had emailed him, right,
Okay.
and then I was waiting, and then he read your letter.
Okay,
And
can
then
you,
sent me the response.
can you respond back to him and say this is inadequate, we are not accepting this?
Yeah, I don't know where he is right now, but.
Well, I understand that, but please respond back to him and we will wait for a response.
Yeah, and I don't know what he's doing right now, so I don't know. if-
No, I get it, but he obviously can email, so.
Or make a phone
No,
call.
we don't expect him to zoom in.
He can either make a phone call or email, but this is totally irrelevant and inadequate to what we put out to him just a few minutes ago, so. Okay?
So that's his response, and then I'm taking down these notes, and did everybody sign in?
I did not.
Okay, if we wanna make sure that everybody signed in.
We know we don't have to wait for an in-person town hall to get questions answered, but we insist on that.
Right.
We insist on that, especially since Walworth County has not had one in years.
Decades.
And furthermore, on the tail end of what Ellen has just said, we're neglected, we're overlooked, and that's unacceptable. This guy got voted in our district.
Yep, and that's why we're here right now, taking down your concerns.
Okay,
Make sure that
thank
we're
you.
on those, okay?
I've got to go up to the car and take my meds.
Anybody want the,
And during
Question
normal
there.
times, ladies, we would accept this during normal times. These are not normal times, right? You understand that, right?
work my way up?
Here, we
to
get
the-
a
Okay, so you understand these are not normal times. Our government is being disassembled, it is being disrupted. I don't know if you want to call it a coup or what's taking place, but we cannot stand by and wait for weeks and weeks and do nothing. And have him do nothing. That is unacceptable.
Because the change is effective every single person in this room and every single voter in Walworth County, all 10,000 voters. Affects every one of us.
My name's Jean Yankee, and I too have left messages for the, I've called through the Senate switchboard daily, and I've always got the message that I will be contacted back. I've never received anything back. My husband's done the same. I'm sure there's almost everybody in this room have left messages for him, and we've not heard. You talk about that town hall meeting of 30 people being successful. We've got 25 here, and it was pretty much a spur of the moment. We could really give you numbers in Walworth County for him to actually talk to us, his people. You know, we voted him in, we voted him out. We can. You know.
Susie, you want to say something?
Yes, so I'm a retired physician and I'm very worried about how the cuts to medical assistance, Medicare, and Social Security are going to affect both the people in terms of their health care, being able to get insulin, because I think they're going to cut that $2,000 or $35 thing. And I think the rural hospitals, many of them are closed, maybe not all in his districts, but I would be very surprised if Mercy Walworth can be closed, because it gets a lot of medical assistance money, and Medicare money must make up the bulk of their revenues.
Well, and
I'm
the House
also-
just voted last night
That's right, to cut it.
on a budget that was totally unacceptable to many of us.
Well, it will cut the things I'm talking
Right,
about.
right.
It will definitely cut Medicare.
And he voted for that last night.
And Medicaid is the big. Medicaid,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's nursing
Medicaid
homes.
is, and I think it'll close many nursing homes in Walworth County,
Yes,
and it's gonna close
and
food
it will hurt
programs,
individuals that need services.
and it will hurt the people who are getting Meals on Wheels, or the kids who are getting SNAP, or the kids who are getting, food at school. And when I lived in a different county 20 years ago, my husband and I provided the only breakfast at that school every day for 2 years. Anonymously, except that one of the kids asked me if they could have sugar cereals, instead of Cheerios.
Anybody else have something they want to
Yeah.
raise, George?
I'm a retired IT worker for Aurora Healthcare. And I've seen a lot of people move in and out of hospitals, been involved in a lot of different things. And one of the areas that concerns me is the intention of the Republican Party, including Mr. Stiel, to get rid of Obamacare, which would remove protections for pre-existing conditions. And that's just inhumane. And what I'm seeing happen with the Republican Party today is that there's all these cuts and they all apply to the people. and they benefit the billionaires. That's the definition of the Republican
Where's the
Party.
end of the line?
And it's cruel. What's going on is cruel. It's everything against the people, everything for the billionaires. It's just wrong. Somebody within the Republican Party has got to start standing up to Trumpism and all that's going on. You know, we need leadership. We need leadership in that party. And it's not happening.
And
Thank
your
you.
information.
We appreciate
And
that.
we
Thank
have
you.
your information, but I know, I just feel awful because I know you mentioned those 92-year-old and 97-year-old, and I
We're
don't
fine.
want.
We're in a hurry.
Oh my
We're
gosh,
fine.
well, I feel awful.
We're fine. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
sitting here, but I just want to let you know, I don't think I'm going to get an answer, before 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So
We'll
I
wait.
just wanted to
Yeah,
assure you that.
but thank you so much. And,
Yeah.
and I heard from Amanda, and I just said that I'd met you,
Oh,
and that you remembered all the details to the story, and she was very happy. Actually, there's a reporter from WCLO, I think, going to interview her tonight.
Nice.
So that's
Yeah.
good. You know, so we're just trying to get the word out.
No, we appreciate the updates.
Yeah,
Yeah, very
yeah,
much.
I just,
It's like being in
I
the
wish
waiting
I
room
could-
after surgery.
I-
You know, like-
I know, and it's just like one of those things like,
But you know,
I'll be honest, like, sometimes like, especially with Brian's schedule, like, and this is the way it is, kind of like we're stabbed
it's
to,
a
like, you guys here.
crisis. I don't think he
right
quite
away,
grasps
so-
the idea that there's a crisis and that we understand that. So we're retirees. We're not in a hurry.
Yeah, well, I'd let him know, but I just wanna let you know, I
Thank
didn't
you.
wanna get your hopes up.
And we know you're
Before
doing your
4
job, but we know we're doing our job as community members too. So, you know, it's
It's all good.
copacetic. It's good.
All right, well,
you.
thank you for your,
You bet.
I'll let you know for 4 o'clock.